रिश्ते में तो हम तुम्हारे बाप होते हैं।
This is episode 457 on the 17th of December 2021 on this Friday afternoon special episode. After rushing through Bangladesh 9-0 in the Champions Trophy match, the Indian team meets another great rival in Pakistan, and the match is happening as we speak, and a goal has already been scored as the 11th minute of the game starts, and India has already struck first blood by scoring a goal, and India are 1-0 up as the first 15 minutes comes to an end in this half an hour day as India beat Bangladesh 9-0 as another close call happens with Pakistan in possession of the ball right along the corner. India gets hold of it. It won't be easy. 9-0 is a result you will not see in this match as multiple attempts were made at the goal, but the goalkeeper did a great job saving it as 1-0 up. The first 15 minutes almost coming to an end. So let's see what will happen. As the players get ready, once again, Pakistan in possession of the ball, running towards the Indian side as the ball is passed along from one player to the other. Indian players rushing along in defense, and India has possession of, well, the opposition has possession of the ball as a lot of players are in the circle and goes into the corner as the players rush back to their places. So just under 2 minutes 15 seconds remain for this particular match. Just under 2 minutes remain as Indian team once again tries to make something of it. Once again an attempt at the goal, but the ball has gone wide. So 1 minute 55 seconds remain in this particular game. As the first 15 minutes are coming to an end with only 90 seconds remaining. An exciting match so far, and I want to see the reaction of the fanatics and the others alike as to how will they react when they see the result of this match go in either team's favor. I'm curious to know will the world react or will a portion of the fanatics react the same way they reacted for another match between the same countries for another sport, or will they just let it go, or will there be no over the top reactions or saying that the the Asian World Cup is over and things are not happening as planned, as just under 49 seconds remain to the end of this particular first. It will be a curious situation as just under 25 seconds remain to the end of this match as the Pakistani players rush in trying to get a 1-all advantage, because in hockey if you take a 1-all advantage in the first 15 minutes you have got a great chance, as the Indian team is doing a great job. You can see the intensity, the ball passing, the one which was not present in the Korea game, the Bangladesh game. They were in and trying to get possession of the ball, because whatever you say, we are obsessed about the two countries in one sport, but I think it's a greater rivalry in this particular sport because there's more things happening. As the first 15 minutes come to an end, the players will take a slight break and we'll discuss what has happened so far. So 1-all advantage to India, and that can change as this game progresses because the other team has also come to play. And here there are no mind games and there are no disadvantages of any kind that are going to happen. At least that's what you don't expect in such encounters. But before that, let's look at as the coaches of both the teams give them the final instruction as to what is to be done in this particular match, as things are going to happen. But let's take a look at this for a couple of seconds. We all know what this means and I hope you enjoy what this means. So the final instructions from the coach notwithstanding, the players are back in the field as we get ready for the last 15 minutes of the first half, or the second quarter of the 60 minutes match plus a couple of minutes break. So an exciting match overall. So the game is in the balance. India leads 1-0 as India get ready once again to take the advantage in their half. And what's the best thing to do? If you're unable to score a goal, well, you don't allow the other team to score a goal. That's the challenge. But the opposition has also come to enjoy themselves here, and they will certainly not allow the other team to score. So we are starting with the second 15 minutes or the second quarter of this particular game and into a very excitable moment. Let's see what happens. So 14 minutes remain for this particular game. As you can see the intensity on the field, the possession for the ball. At this time, it will be a 50-50 possession. Circle penetrations hardly matter as India get ready. Once again, the ball is going slightly wide. So here we go as the Indian defense rushes in, but they're trying to keep the ball away from that. And this ball has gone wide as well as India get possession of the ball. And we'll soon see a couple of substitutions happen, which will make it very interesting. The coach, the idea is to attack and make sure that you remain in the center half of the pitch and strike and have maximum players towards the other team's corner. As this ball is lifted aerial, as we get ready, and the ball goes wide, almost looking for a penalty corner because that's one way or one of the easiest ways to score a goal in this particular sport. A normal goal looks almost impossible. As the coach watches on with an impassioned expression, nothing on his face. He has no connection. He's just a coach, so he has no emotional stuff happening with him. As once again grapple for the ball in the Indian half, as two Pakistani players try to repossess the ball from Harmanpreet Singh. It has been repossessed. India get the possession once again. Once again, the aerial ball lifted. India rushing in towards that side, and we see a couple of substitutions happen almost simultaneously to make sure that in this hot and humid temperature, each and every player remains refreshed and rehydrated because they'll be getting a 10-minute break post this half. As once again, the ball inside the Pakistan D, but no damage done. So 11 minutes 53 seconds remain for this particular half. In that context, let's also talk about the Bangladesh game. It looked as if the other team was not even there. As I said, you don't see a team like Bangladesh play any other sport apart from cricket. They play football, they challenge India in the game of football, but hockey is something I've never seen them play, at least beyond the Asian level, not at the world level. As once again, the ball back in the opposition hands, and they're also playing pass in the pass, and this ball once again goes wide. India get possession. So well, it won't be easy to get another goal through. You got that one because of a penalty corner, but a regular goal, a field goal, which it's more tough, but no way penalty corner isn't tough. But looking at the situation, that seems to be the case. So the ball passing continues. You can see how the players are running from one end to the other. The need to get close to the ball and get the goal and get the name imprinted. Your name gets in the books forever. We have seen this so many times, and it will continue to happen. As once again, now the ball in the Indian half, Indians trying to make sure they don't get a stick check or a boot onto the ball, so they keep the ball out of their own corner, out of their own D, out of their own goal scoring opportunities, and keep this is a game of the middle, a war of the middle. As you can see, the center of the pitch, the ball grappling is happening. Every player from both sides is onto the ball quickly, and they're making sure that the other team is unable to get inside their half or get an error out of them which allows them to score a goal. Though 1-0 advantage will certainly make it easier for the team which has scored the goal. And once again, grapple for the ball just outside the D. But India has the possession again, a free hit. As we get ready, 9.5 minutes remain. Once again, delivered wide, smart, making sure that the ball remains in your side, not trying to be too aggressive. And this time it's gone through and it's wide. In fact, there's something happening now. In fact, it's just the play continues. This time it's hit, but it's hit outside. And you can see every Indian player and every player of the opposition converging on the ball, making sure that they get their chance and they do their bit in this particular game. So here we go, an exciting first 23 minutes, 22 minutes in this match. As once again, ball possession is at 50-50. In another teams, you can say have given an inch, except that one error by which India were able to score a goal on the other side. But apart from that, it's all been about contesting the ball right in the center of the pitch, and the coaches once again making sure that both the teams players have enough. Every player gets an opportunity. All the 15 players, the 11 regular ones, the 4 substitutes, rolling substitutes, everyone gets an opportunity because of certain things associated with this, though it wasn't given that kind of a hype, but one can understand it's at the Asian level, no one really cares. There are other things which have kind of gripped or taken the attention, and that's the way things are. As we get ready, once again, ball in the possession of the Indian player. It's done, and once again, wide. India has the possession. So, making sure not to give any kind of inch in this particular match. The ball is aerial, but it's not collected well, and the ball has gone out. So 7 minutes, 10 seconds remain to the end of this match. An interesting situation already. As just under 6 minutes, 50 seconds remain to the end of this particular 15-minute half. As once again, the ball in the Indian corner, but it's gone wide, and the goalkeeper is relaxed. Well, the defense is certainly woken up after the 9-0, what happened in the last game just a couple of days ago. As you can see, the coaches shouting instructions what to do. That's the best they can do. They are involved, but they're not involved at the same time. As once again, the ball in with the opposition. Also, they're trying to make every player has a player attached to their man-to-man markings. And you can see every Indian player rushing back to their defense goal. And once again, India has a possession, and it's a free hit. So that thing, which means the penalty corner they're looking for to equalize, that will certainly equalize things in this particular match. That will certainly equalize things. But that's a long way to go. As we get ready, once again, we are back to normal play. As just under 5.5 minutes remain for this particular match. So the battle for the center and the battle for the ball continues, as this ball has gone wide and the Pakistani players trying to juggle the ball, but Indians get possession. You can see every player doing their bit, getting into the groove of the game. And as I said, there are no captaincy mind games, there are no captaincy removals. Anyone can be made the captain at any point in time, because that's just a superficial thing. As India gets into the half, but just a slight tackle, but it doesn't count because it's just outside the circle. As once again, a grapple for the ball. So whatever has happened with the other sport in terms of things, let's let it go, because that is something which is going to happen. You have egos will happen, but that's not important. As just under 4.5 minutes remain. So can the opposition team, that is our neighbors, get a goal, make it 1-1, make it exciting? Because if we go into this half 1-0, the Indian team, they have an advantage, but anything can happen in the sport of hockey. 4 minutes, 10 seconds may look like 4 hours for the team if you have an opportunity at a goal. Once again, ball possession goes out of play as the players now get ready to get into action once again. So just under 3 minutes 50 seconds remain in this particular match. What can the either team do to make sure that they have a good chance of making it 2-0? 1-0 win is a good win. After 9-0, 1-0 will be kind of an sentimental thing, as the ball is in the D, but it's gone wide. So The ball comes back into play as Indians get the possession, free hit. Once again, making sure that the ball goes from one play to the other. Every player gets an opportunity. This ball goes wide, an opportunity to score. No. Once again, the ball goes wide, and the umpire says play on. So just under 3 minutes remain for this particular match, as all the action is happening in the Pakistan half. And has the goal been scored? No, it's gone wide. But the pressure is being put on the net. As you can see that energy which is coming out, but maybe this is the energy which can they sustain for the next 2 days, because they have 3 games in 3 days against Malaysia, against Japan. What will happen in the next 2 days on Saturday and Sunday is something we both don't know. As we get ready, as the grapple for the ball continues, as just under 3 minutes or 2 minutes remain for this particular match. As we see the previous attempt at a goal, it was a reverse stick, but it went just wide, just as the goalkeeper managed to deflect the ball. Not much time remain in this particular half, but we still have half an hour after this, as under 2 minutes remain. Once again, the ball in the Indian half, it's gone wide and it's just gone wasted. So as we get ready for the final 75 seconds, final 105 seconds of this match, it was hit hard, but it was gone wide. There was no player to take the ball and deflect it. So 95 seconds remain in this particular game, in this particular half. As once again the grapple for ball continues in the corner, Indian players getting ready, going into the opposition half. But they're trying to make sure that the next 75 minutes are not lost. Every minute is made sure to put pressure on the goal. This ball goes wide and it goes wasted. So just under a minute remaining, and you can see the expression. They know that they have an advantage going into the first 30 minutes of this particular game. As the ball back into the Pakistan possession, just under 43 seconds remain. Time flies quickly. Half an hour looked like nothing a few minutes ago, but it goes on, it happens quickly.
It's 15:45.
There you go. Just under 30 seconds remain in this match. What can happen in the next 30 seconds before the players take a short break and return for the final half an hour of this match? And this ball has gone through. There's an attempt at the goal, there's a grapple. Well, the umpire says it's wide. The referee says it's wide. As we rush in, as final 5 seconds remain, the Indian players rushing in, but it's probably deflected, and it will be the end of the first half of this game, as the players go back into the locker room, take a couple of drinks, and then have a chat as to what can be done better. But I think I would give in the Indian team 10 on 10 in this thing. They have scored a goal in the first 30 minutes. They haven't allowed a goal in their half, and they have made sure that they haven't made any error as far as penalty corners or red cards or yellow cards or having a player down is concerned. So an exciting first 30 minutes of this game. Will the emotions be the same if they go on to win or the other team goes on to win? We'll know very soon. But for now, let's take a short break. So while we wait for the break, let's converse around another game. As everyone knows, the day and night match is happening, and Australia has already batted in this match as England, after 3.2 overs, are 1 for 12. Once again, Rory Burns not getting the thick of run, which means he will be probably be replaced in the next match, and that will be a very interesting situation. But same is the case for Australia's Marcus Harris. So can Malan and Hamid do what Labuschagne and Warner did yesterday? That will be something that will be interesting. So playing under light, swinging ball, Australia don't have their regular captain who was deemed to be in the 7 day jailbreak because of certain conditions, bizarre but rules which are to be supposedly observed, and one player injured, one player 7 day break, one player injured. So an interesting situation as we see three slips, Gully, Chai Richardson to Malan, who defends 3.5 overs as the nine, final 75 minutes of this game. But 75 minutes in this game and 60 minutes in that game are two very different things. So couple of overs of discussion for this match, and then let's see what we do ahead. So interesting situation. Malan on one of seven. Australia have scored 470 runs, which means they need at least 240 runs to have a game, and that will make a huge difference. So twice Australia have scored over 450 runs in this match, and that does not make the other team happy. So 478 runs, 480 runs scored by Australia. Contributions from Labuschagne and Smith and Carey and Warner. You might see Usman Khwaja come into play in the next match, and we'll know more on that. And maybe who comes in place of Burns, I don't know. They'll open with Johnny Bates. So I've been calling for it. Let them open with Johnny Bairstow as the final 2 overs of this discussion comes into play. Australia were 2 for 223 last night, and they lost 8 for 255. That's how it was. So the final 12 balls of this particular match. Let's get ready as Starks rushes into Hamid, who lets the ball go, no runs. So England are 1 for 12 after 4.1 overs so far, and there's a lot more information in this match for everyone. So we'll do something last 5 balls, and then I have something very important to tell everyone. So not the last 11 balls, but the last 5 balls of this particular match. As Starks rushes in, once again wide, he lets the ball go. As we get ready for the final 4 balls of this match, as you can see, a festival happening every time there's a day and night match. And while you look at India, it seems almost as if you are in some kind of a concentration camp as Hamid defends, or maybe on TV it looks almost exaggerated, but even the exaggeration looks nothing when you see an Indian match happening. So that's the difference. So the final 3 balls of this particular match, and then we have some important information for everyone. The final 3 balls, as Stark is ready to rush in. As Hamid lets his ball go means England have another 20-25 overs left for this particular game. And then they have tomorrow's day 3. Usually this game is over by day 3, but when a team has scored over 470 runs in 2 days, England is at least expected to score 250, so that even when Australia come to bat, they have to bat fast, because you're already coming to the end of day 2. England will have to bat at least 75% of tomorrow as the final 2 balls of this particular match. He lets the ball go, so no trouble for him. The ball is being delivered by just a gentle outswinger. He might want to bring one ball back in so that the bat or maybe he brings the ball back in. The batter defends. It hits the pad as a loud appeal for an LBW and it's just clipping the stump. That's the way things work. I don't know how to decide I'm going to bring an in swinger. Changing the grip of the ball or just something which happens because you have played over 60 matches, taken over 260 wickets as the final ball of this particular match. And once again, Hamid drives, no runs, 5 gone, 1 for 12. So this ends episode number 458, 457 on the 17th of December 2021 in this very, very special Friday evening episode. Stay tuned for the next episode.
For more awesome content, tune into the next episode of the weekly show.
And I will be back with episode number 458 on the 20th of December 2021. A short break once again. Here we go. So tomorrow my 4th book will be released at 3:15 p.m. Indian time through the Phoenix Literature Festival. Watch it live on their YouTube channel as well as at 7 p.m. where I will moderate and anchor a session with these 3 panelists on the topic homeschooling, the way forward for holistic growth of children. And another feather in the cap of this talk show, we are now knowledge partners with the Phoenix Literature Festival. And while you wait for the next episode and tomorrow's program, put these books in your must read books column. Once again, put these books in your must read books column.